Hi, my name's Yvonne and I'm an independent UK stamp pickup demonstrator, and welcome to Stamp Around UK Video Hop for the 1st of October. Now the theme today is all about vellum, silver and white. Now what I've done with this theme is I've used a embossing folder with the vellum. So this is the Charming Landscapes embossing folders, and these will go into your mini. So there's two of them. There's the other one there, which is, I don't know whether you'll be able to see or not. It's like some buildings, some houses and things. So that was where my inspiration came from. And I quite like the idea of the darker card underneath the vellum. And this is Starry Sky. And then I have my silver deer, which is from the Peaceful Deer set, and I've stamped with stays on it. And then we've just got some little stitch, I don't know if you'll be able to see those. We've just got some little stitches along the top and the bottom. Now I could have done those in white embossing. I may do that if I can find my embossing powder, which I've got there. So that may be something I can do with my next one. But that's the idea. And then we have the double oval punch, which is that one there. And again, I've used the Starry Sky, some DSP from the Tea Party. Let me just check to see what it's called. It's the Tea Boutique. So I've just got some scrap DSP that was on my desk. And then the Merriest Christmas Wishes to You is actually from a kit, which is this one here. And it's the Christmas Whimsy card kit. Oh, let me we can see that because of the glare. And I've used the stamps in that kit for that little sentiment. So there we go. There's my first card. So what I'll do now is I'm going to recreate it, but I'm going to recreate it in Mossy Meadow. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. If I do want to emboss, I may need to do the embossing now. So let's have a go. Why not? I just need some scrap paper. Oops. I've got some A3 sheets under my desk, so let's have a go. So whenever you're embossing, heat embossing, then you need your embossing buddy. There's my embossing tool that's down there. So I'm just going to rub over the area just to make sure that I haven't got any fingerprints that's going to pick up my embossing powder. And now I need to find my ink pad. Which I thought I'd got around there. Oh yes, I have. So when you're doing embossing, then you'll need a Versamark ink pad, and this is the stamp set. So this stamp set is the Stitchery stamp set, and I'm using this double line that to me looks like animal prints in the snow. we'll just go with that. I'm just going to use my chamois to clean my stamp. Oops. Once again, I've got lots of things around my desk because I'm sort of working on a project, and I'll just give you a sneaky peek of it. There we go. And you'll see that later in the month. Right, let's get stamping. So this ink pad that you use is a very sticky ink pad, which is ideal for getting the, just turn that over, try not to, so yeah, it's ideal for the powder to stick to. So I'm just pressing it down, and you might be able to see it gives the watermark effect, which if you let it dry then it will give you the effect of a watermark, but we don't want to do that. We want to put some embossing powder on it and give it some colour. So I'm just doing the top and the bottom. There we go. And now here comes the fun part. Get my embossing white. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the area and then gently tap off. And if you do manage to see that you've caught your stamp, not to worry, all you need to do is just brush that off, and that's fine. And then we'll do the next side. You can give it a bit of a tap from the back as well, just to get any excess off. And here I've got a bit of a smudge there. It's just from the edge of the stamp, but I've cleaned that up. There's a little bit of a if I do that, put some more on it. I probably made a bigger mess of it to start off with, so I might end up just end up leaving it at that and taking it off altogether. I'm just having one less, which is fine. I'm just concerned I've got some I've got gold on my brush, so I'm going to have some gold glints in the corner, but never mind, it's fine. We'll just leave it at that. The mistakes of doing something on the fly and just grabbing a brush, and I've ended up with a brush that I used to dab gold paint with. But never mind, it's fine. Right, let's get this heat embossed, and then we can get back to making our card. Need to see, I'm not prepared because I haven't unplugged my heat tool in. So this is going to be a little bit noisy for a couple of seconds, but shouldn't be too long. I'm just waiting for it to heat up, and then I'm going to slowly take this across to melt the powder. And then on the other side. It's getting a little bit warm. I just need to turn that off now. And just make sure all the powder's melted properly, and I think it has. So there we go, that's the effect. Move that out of the way because that's a little bit gritty from the powder, and we can carry on with our card. So I think that looks really nice. Right. So because it's Stamp Around UK, there'll be links below for all the other demonstrators that have joined this particular video hop. And so you'll be able to check their cards and projects out. I'm sure we have a bunch of talented people in our hops, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they create with this brief. I've put my embossing thing down, I can't find it, and then somewhere there is a piece of vellum that I've cut. Is that the one? Let me just check. I did put, yeah, that's the one. Right, so I've got my mini cut and emboss machine. So I've got I need my one plate at the bottom. I picked the one plate up. So I've got my one plate. You put your embossing folder with the folded part at the front, and then your number 3 plate, and then this should go through really nicely. Hopefully there wasn't any wobble because I've moved my my bracket for my camera on my phone. I've moved that, so when I'm doing things with cutting and embossing, then the table won't wobble, which is good. Right, and here we go. There is the embossing on the vellum, which looks really good. As I say, because it embosses on vellum, you get the white come through, which is really nice. So here we are. So I think that was really nice with the little white heat embossing that we've done. Now, I want my deer punch. So this is the silver card I have, and because it's going to be horrible and glary, and I apologise for that, so I'll quickly do this. I'm using Stays On ink pad because it's a shiny card. Quickly ink this up, and with the Stays On you need to cover it really quickly because it can dry out. So there's like a little cover. I've got ink on. Oh great. Never mind. Right, I'm going to stamp here and just hold it in place. Oh, and then take it off, and I need to do it a little bit more. It's not taken. Oh, and I've got stays on there. I'm getting into a right mess with this today. Try that again. It may be just me not seeing it properly. So it worked on my first one, okay. So I'll just hold it. That's better. That's got it better. I just didn't keep it down long enough. So I'm just going to punch this out. I think I've got everything in the right place. That'll do. Because it's card, it's a little bit stiffer. That goes through okay. And hopefully I haven't smudged it. Right. We've nearly finished this card. Let's punch out a circle. And I'm going to be wasting some card, but it's fine. Yeah. Waste not, want not, as they say. Recycle and all the rest of it. So this is a stamp I'm going to be using from the Christmas Whimsy card kit, and it says Merriest Christmas to you. And I think I'm going to stamp in the mossy meadow. Just so it's colour coordinated. Come on, there we go. It's always worth having a look in your, if you have any of the Stampin' Up kits, and see what sentiments you can use. If there's nothing suitable in the ones that you've got. Because I did look at the ones on Peaceful Dear, but I thought they were a little bit too big for what I wanted. So always best to have a rummage around and see what you can find. Right, so I'm going to stick this here. I'm just going to position that and stick it about there. And then what I can do is use where I've put the deer and put some more sticky stuff there. And that's going to hold the vellum in place on that side. So it hides where I've got the glue. And then I will do the same with the sentiment. I was just looking to see what see what's in my stash for Mossy Meadow. I just want a piece of DSP to go at the back. So this is some old DSP that I'm using, but as I say, I'm sure you can find something depending on what colour you're using. With me, I'm using the Mossy Meadow, but as I say, depending on what colour you're using, you can choose what you like. Right, so again, I'm just going to pop my sentiment there, and then just underneath there, let's pick it up and put some glue there, and hopefully, oh, that's not straight. Have I done that? I managed to move that out away. Now that's straight. There we go. And then what you could do is put some little gems on there. Don't know whether I've got any in my little stash that may be suitable. Oops. Can have a quick look. I'd say some of these are from retired stamp sets, stamp stuff. I've got some classic matte dots, or I've got some iridescence. Actually, we'll go with the matte dots, I think. Just to finish it off. On my pokey tool, or pick a tool, whatever you want to call it. Just to give it a little bit of dimension. Oops. I'm just blobbing them anywhere. Maybe I'll put one on there, which is a bit of a grey one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 6. They always say odds are better, so I'll just put one more down there. Excellent. I'll just put those back. I say I've got a stack of different gems, so it's always worth going into your stash and having a look and see what you've got. And there we go, there is my card for this October theme of vellum, silver and white. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, please look in the links below to all the other people that have joined this video hop for October. And I'll speak to you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.